Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness. Mr. Fing Fang beat How here? Fing, how'd you manage to do that? How did you manage to do that? Anyway, we'll be playing some Mario today. No, you didn't. It seems like he did, How. It seems like he did. Anyway, we're playing some Mario, and depending on how I feel, some Mega Man after. So let's get right into it. Ugh, and I had the things fixed, and then they just stopped being fixed. Cool. But that's fine, that's fine. We can easily fix it. We were at 1, 2, 3, 4 exits. And we were at like... I want to say an hour and 15 minutes on the level. Oh wait, can I fix that though? I don't know how I would fix that with this. With this timer that counts up, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, we'll worry about it some other time. Anyway, we had a, we cheated. We have a save state. We're loading the save state because I don't want to do that shit from before again. You know. Fing might have sent the first message, but am I on Fing's main monitor? Now, that's a good question. Am I on your main monitor? Is that what you're implying? Y'all remember this level? Because that's what we stopped on last time. We stopped on this wonderful level, and then we we played something a little less annoying with the Cowboy Frog game. Also, How? What movie were you watching? Let's just get right into it. This segment right here didn't seem too difficult. Just gotta make a bunch of full speed runs, full running speed jumps back to back off of single tile platforms, but that shouldn't be too bad. The first Spider-Verse movie, you know, I watched the first Spider-Verse movie like 4 times. It was a really fantastic movie. I never went and watched the second one. Finding out that it was more than 2 movies really killed my my desire to watch the second one. You know? I'm so sick of movies and just things in general making you think, hey, this is gonna be a 1-part or a 2-part thing, right? And then it's actually like, haha, no, wait. We are in the age of trilogies that don't need to be trilogies. You know? In their defense, the movie ended with like... The movie was like 3 hours and ended with like so much left. I mean, I get it. It's just like... I'm just so sick of 3-part trilogies. I'm just so sick of it. Why the hell does this final Demon Slayer arc need to be 3 movies? Right? I don't like Demon Slayer. I just watch Demon Slayer as like a background thing because, you know, it occasionally looks very pretty. But when I found out that Demon Slayer was doing a finale movie, you know, Infinity Castle, I was like, okay, cool. It'll finally be over. I can talk to people about how much I dislike the ending of the Demon Slayer story. Right? And then I found out that Infinity Castle is only part 1 of 3. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, how long in between each movie? And then they were like, 2 to 3 years. And I was like, okay, I'm checked out mentally. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Spoil the ending? See, here's the thing about Demon Slayer's ending. It ends exactly like you think it would. There's really nothing to spoil. It is the most, like, bog standard, like, action series ending. It's just the execution that sucks to me. And that's mostly because I think Demon Slayer just doesn't have good characters. But yeah, it's not just Demon Slayer. This has been a trend for a long time now to just have really long... To just take a movie and split it into multiple parts. And I believe the trendsetters for this were the Hobbit movies and the last Harry Potter movie, or movies, right? Because all of the Harry Potter movies except for the last, all the Harry Potter books except for the last was one movie, and then for the last book they were like, no, we'll make this 2. This is not even close to the longest book with the most things going on in it, but we need to make this one too. Why? Because we love money. Right, and then The Hobbit happened, and it was like, oh, they took the shortest Tolkien book and made it into a trilogy, and still didn't put all of the details in there. Oh, they added those. I tried to jump there. The worst part about the Hobbit movies, and those movies there's a lot to complain about. But the worst part is that they cut out so much stuff. How do you take a 300-page book, make it into 3 2.5-hour movies, and then still cut a bunch of stuff? But yeah, it's been like 10 years of 10 plus years of that now, of things just being cut up into parts. They needed the normal movie bullshit in it. Like the love triangle. Yeah. Or putting Legolas in there when he wasn't even a blip. Wasn't even so much of a mention. His father wasn't named. His, lineage wasn't, nothing. There was literally no reason to put Legolas in that movie. Or adding extra villains that weren't there. And also, on top of all of that, bimboifying some of the dwarves and then cutting all of the rest of them. Which one was it that had the love triangle? Feely, right? They put him in the love triangle and they made him super hot and looked nothing like most of the other dwarves. And then they cut the other dwarves. These jumps are really annoying. I was really hoping that this segment here would just be these few jumps and then immediately another checkpoint, but I guess not. But yeah, I strongly dislike that a bunch of the things are being cut up into parts now, because it means I have to wait longer for the things that I like, and it means that I have to hear about the things that I dislike more. Keep missing that jump. You think you watch the first two movies in theaters with a friend and then never want to see the third? I don't blame you. I'm just gonna be. I have never sat through a full Hobbit movie. First, second, or third. I've only seen, 20, 30-minute chunks. I don't think they're the worst movies ever. It's just like, I don't know, the book is a personal favorite of mine, so I'd rather just listen to the book. They were run-of-the-mill 5 out of 10s. Yeah. Fucking, why is that third one just so hard to... I must be pressing the jump button too early. Yeah, I'm jumping too early, I think. I wonder how many frames I actually have to jump there. They're drawn out and have filler that doesn't hit, which is true. No, fuck you, game, I jumped. The Lord of the Rings movies were solid, so it's kind of baffling how they messed that up. As far as I'm aware, they messed it up because of just so much fumbling in pre-production. Right? I've watched plenty of, I've watched a few, analysis YouTube videos on the subject. Right? And I remember the gist of it just being that, Peter Jackson wasn't supposed to be the one directing it at first.
Bitch, I'm back out my coma.
What the fuck? Okay, so the thing at the start was the goal the entire time. How did I even... I was just like, So at the end there, they throw a 50-50 at you? That seems cruel. That seems cruel. I guess you better guess, right? I thought I was fucked. When I saw the rings disappear on the right side and appear on the left, I was like, oh no, it's over. In Mario Maker, they would call that pick a door or pick a pipe, right? Where it's just like, okay, you have no sure way of knowing whether or not you're guessing right here. You're just gonna have to guess. Pick one. And luckily we picked correctly. Okay. But yes, to finish my thought, the Lord of the Rings movies were great because there was a ton of pre-production done on them. And Peter Jackson had a lot of time to figure out how things were going to be formatted and how things were going to be filmed, right? The Hobbit didn't really have that. Peter Jackson didn't know he was going to be directing it. He didn't know he was going to be directing 3 of them, as far as I was aware. And, like, the pre-production was a mess. Because that stuff was in the works for, like, 10, 15 years or something. Okay. Nope. Next level. Bonus round. Hit the switch at exactly... Oh, my lord. Exactly 5 seconds. $4.7. $4.83. $4.9. Ah. The issue with this isn't that, like, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, the issue with this isn't that, like, oh, I don't have a timer in my head for when the noise, the clicking noise, the rhythm of it would go off. It's that I couldn't account for... Where's the key go? Where do the key go? It's that I couldn't... Oh, it's up there. I'm done. I didn't see it. I couldn't account for how long the jumping would take. Is that the whole level? Okay. We crushed it. We crushed it, guys. Beat a whole level in 1 minute and 30 seconds. We're kind of goated. That could have taken a very long time. Those sorts of things can be very annoying at 60 FPS. Why was that an entire level? Who knows? I don't know. All I know is that it was. I'm not complaining. If that was at the end of a level, could you imagine that being at the end of a level? I don't know what's happening here. No. Wait, I can spin jump on it. Why is this jump surprisingly difficult? Oh, okay, this is a sticky ceiling. Okay. But yeah, if that timing event was at the little bonus there was at the end of a level instead of being its own level, we would have been stuck for a very long time. Go too early. The bounce we get from these guys is a lot... The small bounce that we get from them is a lot higher than I thought it was. How am I supposed to do that, then? I guess like that. So have I been awake since this morning? Oh, when I said good morning at 3:30 a.m., I took a small nap. If I hadn't taken a small nap, this would be a much less, how do I put this? That timing minigame we just played, right? Hit the P switch at exactly 5 seconds. That would have taken 5 hours. Not a minute. We would have been there for ages. The atomic clock would have been the entire stream, yes. As it stands right now, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so I'm not supposed to throw that like that? Wait. No, wait. Okay, I'm stupid. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. Sticky ceiling, throw that against the wall. And then drop on it like that. So much missed content. Do y'all really want to see me mistime a Switch for like a decade and a half? Okay. Sometimes this thing is going real fast and sometimes it's not. What the
I
hell?
can't believe you've done this.
Oh, okay. Hello, pilot. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, I took a, I want to say 3.5 hour, 4 hour nap on the couch. And that's why I'm alive right now. Oh, okay, I bounce off that and then go back up to the sticky ceiling. That's asleep? That is not asleep. 4 hours is not asleep. Okay? Asleep is like a good 8 hours. If I'm not getting at least 7 hours, it's not a sleep, it's a nap. How was I supposed to get over that? No, oh, I know what I'm supposed to. I'm stupid. I'm supposed to get near it and activate it, and it'll go down, and then I can just go. This stupid. You'll accept half asleep? Fine. Half asleep. It was half asleep. But what would you call half asleep if not a nap, okay? Oh, that reminds me of what I was doing before the nap. So chat, I mentioned before that I might stream sometime in the future the Switch Fire Emblem game, right? Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Right, but in order to do that in my brain, I must first play the previous Fire Emblem that came before it, Fire Emblem Fates. So I've started Fire Emblem Fates off stream for myself, you know? And it's a pretty fun game, but I've run into a scenario that's kind of strange, and I'm not sure if other people would agree, although I kind of have a feeling that people will. Oh god, Fates. Conquest or Birthright? So, I have the, I don't know what you call it, the one that's just called Fire Emblem Fates. It has Birthright and Conquest, and the third campaign, right? Is Fates the DS one? It's the 3DS one, yes. The second 3DS one, after Awakening. Anyway, I started Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, which is the campaign they recommend playing first, and it's been an alright time, but the entire time I'm playing it, I cannot help but compare it to Fire Emblem Awakening, and on basically every comparison, it loses out. Every time I think about it compared to Awakening, I'm just like, man, this thing was better about Awakening, and that thing was better about Awakening, and this game kind of just feels like a worse version of Awakening. And that's unusual. I don't typically play a game and think to myself, oh, it's just like that other thing, but worse. Right? That's not the type of person I am. but gameplay so far hasn't been as varied or as interesting as Awakening is, right? I'm about 13-ish hours in, I think. Right? So, and it's like chapter 14 or something. No one bring up Elden Ring? Okay, see, I said I don't normally do that. I did do that quite a bit with Elden Ring, but that was also another slightly different context. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore that. Anyway, right? Awakening had a lot more variety in its missions by this point. I think I have had literally one mission that wasn't just a kill all the enemies mission, which is incredibly disappointing. I've had one single like defense mission, and it was a side mission. I've had one single like, I don't know what they call them, like sub-story mission where you recruit a new party member. Oh, spin jump there. Right? Whereas by this point in Awakening, I would have had a bunch of different stuff going on there, right? On top of that, right? None of these characters are half as interesting as the Awakening characters. Every single time I meet a character, it's like, oh, this is the Pegasus Knight character, right? I'm just like, not as cool as the Pegasus Knight from Awakening. And even not just comparing it to Awakening, right? I've played other Fire Emblem games, like Path of Radiance, for example, and like, wow, these characters just feel so shallow, is the word I would use. They feel shallow. Fates was weird. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting, is that it seemed like almost like they were like, no, we need to rush another one of these out the door as soon as possible because Awakening was so popular, so important. But they also have this gimmick of like, okay, so yeah, Cryo says, I liked the Conquest characters better. That's another thing, right? This has a weird gimmick where there are there were two different games, two different versions of the game, like a Pokemon game, right? Where you have your red and your blue, your Birthright and your Conquest. But I'm doing Birthright right now because it's what they recommend to do first. But all of the Conquest characters seem so much more interesting. And if I had played this game at launch, when there was no... when I would have just bought one version of the game, right? It would have sucked if I was one of those people that got the wrong version of the game without knowing it. Birthright is probably recommended first because it's considered easier. Yes, so in the menu it says Birthright is recommended first because it has more opportunities to gain extra XP and gold, right? Which it has had a lot. It's had a lot of challenge missions. You pre-ordered Pokopia, even though you don't have a Switch 2. Comes with a free Ditto plush. Oh, that's nice. But Kaneki, I have to tell you, it's not free, it's complimentary because you paid for the thing. The stupidest thing about Fates is that no matter what version you get, it prompts you to pick a side even though you can't. Oh, really? That is strange. Anyway, I don't like directly comparing one game to another, right? But it really, all these things do just feel like Awakening but worse. But the biggest thing that I want that like struck me as just bad was was actually not the characters, not the gameplay. The gameplay is still good, even if it lacks variety. And the characters, like, that's just a matter of taste. Can you just fucking... You're gonna shoot? It's been the plot so far that was kind of baffling. That's... Whatever's going on here with this jank-ass setup is a pain. But, so far, the plot has just been... It's getting better as I get more into the game. But the first hour or two of the plot feels like it is trying to rush itself out the door. You know? So there are two separate there's two separate routes, right? Like Cryo mentioned. No matter which version you played of the game, it's gonna make you choose. It's gonna give you a prompt to choose sides, right? But there is a little bit of game before you choose sides, kind of like a tutorial section almost. The problem is they very clearly wanted you to get to the choice very quickly, and so the plot up until the the choice, up until you have to decide where to go, who to side with, it's just really, really, really bad. Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck that. Okay. Like, you meet Corin, the main character. You meet all of her family. And then you immediately go into a mission where it's like, okay, Corin, fuck shit up. You pretty much lose, as you would expect to lose if you just throw yourself out there. What in the hell was that? And then you meet Corin's other family. And you're supposed to spend time with them and, get to know them and have a reason to care about them. And then shit hits the fan and you're forced to choose. But the issue is you're choosing between two sides, two families that you have spent like 15 minutes total with. The thing that struck me and made me go, why is this so stilted? Why is this so weird? Is that there's a single scene where you're like going around town and meeting people, and then the bad thing happens, right? And that single scene was supposed to endear you to the characters and make you realize that, like, yeah, this is Corin's family. She loves them and everything. Or he, if you decided to play the male Corin, which looks infinitely worse, but you choose your own path there. But like, you get one line of dialogue from some of these characters that you're supposed to care about, and it's not even like a good defining line of dialogue. It's just, and then they're dead. Okay. Fire Emblem Awakening takes its time to establish the family. Takes its time to establish the family that you're supposed to care about, and makes them all very clear characters, and then has the big tragic event happen like on like the 11th chapter of the game or something, right? It is not super early on. This game decides to try to do the same thing, but have the tragic have the tragedy happen literally on the second chapter, after you've known these characters for no time at all. Male Corin definitely sucks, just like female Violet. Okay, you're wrong about that. Female Violet does not suck. You're crazy. No character with leggings like those can suck. I'm sorry. Female Byleth's design is ass. Oh, it's literally just a male design, but with boobs and nice hair. What? Decide the character's merits with your brain instead of your penis. I did. If I decide the character's merits based on like anything but like just liking her design, it's gonna be, oh wow, I hate that character so much in Super Smash Brothers. I hate that the character exists in Super Smash Brothers, and I hate characters that are self-inserts. So it would just be both Byleths suck. That's what it would be. I do not inherently like quote-unquote horny designs. I just like neat design elements. Okay? And for the record, female Robin looks awful. Male Robin is a much better design. I just don't happen to agree that female Byleth looks bad. What the hell was that? I got like, I want to see if I can do that again. I was like halfway in the sticky block. That was strange. Okay, well, I'm obviously not gonna be able to just replicate it. Anyway. Fire Emblem Fates is strange so far. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's definitely just feels like an inferior product. And I hate that I used that word, but that's what it feels like. Right? I hate using the word product to describe something like that's supposed to be artistic. What the? Why do I keep messing this up now? Fuck me. Oh, right. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I don't know why I thought I needed to wait there. The timing on this is so strange. What? Okay. Damn you. Damn you. Bop. Yes, Fing? Question. What's your question? What am I looking for, if anything, from the Rivals of Aether 2 patch? The only thing I'm looking for is something that's never coming. The deletion of crouch canceling and the fixing of my character. Make my character's things work, please. if they get rid of crouch canceling, which they won't, and they make raster work, which they won't, then I will be happy. I thought raster was in a good spot now. I mean, he's in an alright spot, but there's a lot of characters that I just feel like, oh, why play raster when Zedder exists? Why play raster when I can go play other characters instead that just do a lot of the stuff he could do, or does, but better? The eternal question with raster is always just like, why play him when other characters are so much easier? Right? So much easier. And more consistent. It's an unfortunate question you have to ask, especially in a game with a roster that's not that large and everyone is fairly unique. In a game like Street Fighter, for example, right, where every character is not where not every character is like the most unique, right? We have at least 6 characters that are like, I shoot the fireball, I do uppercut. Right? That question is just like, yeah, why not just playing the Shoto that's good if I like Shoto characters? Right? In a game like Rivals, I shouldn't have to ask myself that question, but I do, because, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like characters are doing that much unique stuff. Sure, they have unique combos, and their movement's slightly different, but fuck me. I feel like this is just a bop problem. I mean, I maybe, but it doesn't make it any less of a problem. I'm not gonna just suddenly be like, you know what? I feel like playing the character that's gonna take 10 times more effort for half as much reward and 10 times and double the frustration. No. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it just comes down to the fact that I don't like a lot of the mechanics in the game, and the game having cool movement or interesting designs isn't gonna fix that. I mean, I've talked about it before, but there were 2 reasons why I stopped playing Super Smash Bros. Reason number 1 was that the community is ass, and reason number 2 was just like the defensive mechanics in every game just get on my nerves so much. Rivals has the same issue with its defensive mechanics as a game like Melee. Although, probably to a lesser extent, but I don't know about the certainty of that. Dude, this jump here is fucking annoying. Like, this is a cool gimmick, but the jump is annoying. What is the kind of defense I want? I just don't want defense where I just don't want defense that where you are rewarded for taking a hit. That's it. At least not directly rewarded for taking a hit, right? That's my problem with Rivals defense. My problem with, like, Ultimate defense is that, like, it's... it's too good, it's too campy. Okay. You, at this point, you don't really see the problem with crouch canceling / floor hugging because it's just a defense option that doesn't hard limit your choices out of it. No, but the problem is very simple. You can be on the offense side of it, right? And do an option that seems to be right, but actually no, they were holding down. It's an over-centralizing mechanic. Because holding down is a very, very good choice most of the time. And, like, you could be like, well, you take extra damage, but it is pitiful. Who cares? It is a pitiful amount of extra damage. The game shits out damage. Taking extra damage on the one hit that you're crouch canceling is not going to be that big of a deal. Okay, there we go. We got through that section. Oh. I want to go left. Am I shell jumping there? Is that what I'm doing? It looks like I'm shell jumping. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then it's gonna bounce back and I can bounce off it then. Shell jumping off of that is going to be rough. It would certainly be nice to have more buttons that beat it. I just feel like this is a weird problem where they make their own... The game would not fundamentally be broken without crouch canceling, but they added crouch canceling because they're afraid of moves being too strong in certain circumstances, right? Which is fair. That's fine. I understand where they're coming from, but just don't make those moves that would be unfair under certain circumstances unfair. Just balance the moves themselves. It would be nice to have more buttons that beat it because it feels like most grounded starters are just grab. Yeah, it does feel like just grab. And if you're one of those characters where grab at 0% isn't very good, or if you're fighting against one of the characters, because there are a few of them now, where grabbing them at 0 just isn't very good, well, guess what? You're gonna get crouch canceled. Okay, and then what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What is that? That's gonna be rough. Oh. This hack, I get what they're doing with their levels, right? they have their levels escalate in difficulty by quite a lot towards the end. But some of the things it asks you to do are just mean. It creates for a very strange scenario where it's just like... I'm positive a lot of people could beat most of the first halves of these levels. I'm not sure about the second half of most of these levels, though. The issue with what I have to do right here is that I have to time the drop properly, and then also do a regrab off of it and get just the right amount of distance to go to the right there. And that's going to be rough. Because it's not a large bounce that I get to do. I don't get to do a large bounce off the shell to the right to get to the next segment. As here, I'll show it. To the right there, that's a small gap. Right? That's a very small gap, which means I have to do a regrab where I bounce off of the shell and then press the jump button. Why do you have to regrab it? So again, I'll explain what a regrab is because it's a stupid terminology, the way it is named. A regrab is just when you bounce off of something, usually a shell, where you bounce off of it and you don't press the jump button as you're bouncing, but you press press it right after the bounce so that you get extra height in the air, but not extra height from the jump. But you have to regrab there because you won't get enough height from the bounce. You won't get enough airtime without it. See, like that. That was without the regrab. Okay, and now I'm unintentionally regrabbing off of this shell. Awesome. Part of the reason why Mario World's movement is so nice is because of regrabs, the ability to slow your descent, right? Like, this is what holding the jump button looks like. I fall pretty slowly. This is what not holding the jump button looks like. You fall at like double the speed. I feel like a high jump would work. Okay, so the issue is, right? Getting through a gap that small, that's 2 tiles high, from a high jump is pretty difficult. Right? Because I have to go up here and then land at a very specific, very hard angle. Whereas this distance, bouncing from here to here, with the regrab, that's like the perfect regrab distance. Oh, fuck me, I just landed directly on the shell. I'm doing that thing where I'm thinking about what I'm doing instead of just doing it, you know? I'm doing that thing where I'm manually breathing. Except for pressing the buttons, you know, I'm manually pressing the buttons. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Who knows? Who knows? Why would I do that? I did that because I had the thought, and once I had the thought, I had to curse someone else with that as well, because I can't start manually breathing on my own. Someone else needs to start doing it with me. Isn't the human brain a wonderful thing? I'm getting demoted to second monitor. How sad. You weren't paying attention, so whatever I tried didn't work. It's okay. You were too busy dying to an evil gnome. What in the hell are you playing where you're fighting gnomes? Evil gnomes at that. Okay, well. We did that. Nope, not spin jump, regular jump. Barony. Oh, okay. I've heard of that video game. Wait, what the fuck? How am I supposed to do that? What in the fuck? It is very unforgiving. You know, I'm here for it. I like games that are a bit unforgiving. And by a bit, I mean very. I like me some video games that'll kick my teeth in. For the right reasons, obviously. Wait, what the hell? Why are there two of those there? Is it just to give me more space, or what? You died to a rock falling on your head in an earlier run. What, just like random, with like a rock you couldn't have predicted just falling on your head? Although, you know, I will say this. Games like... What is the name of that game? What is the name of that game? It's like an RPG. It's got like a dark medieval setting. There might literally be the word dark in the name of the game. I don't... Anyway. There's a roguelite RPG that people really, really like. It has a sequel. You know, people are dying left and right of, like, insanity or, like, just taking a ton of damage from things, right? I don't necessarily like games that are brutal in that way. Mostly because I just don't like randomness. You can predict them, you just missed it. Oh, okay, so you got hit by a rock, and you could have seen it coming, but you didn't. I'd probably like Barony, but it is a roguelike. I'm good on it. I'm good on roguelikes for the time being. I still have to play Hades 2 at some point. You know? I'm not one of these people who's like, ugh, it's a roguelike. Of course it is. I hate it. Roguelikes, I hate them all, right? I've seen a lot of people be very sour on roguelikes in the last few years because of just how common they've become. But I am also just like, I'm just kind of done with them for the time being. Unless something comes along, like Slot and Dungeons, that's just like, oh, this is really cool, I like this. Then yeah, I'm mostly just gonna ignore the genre for a while. What in the fuck? This is so mean. Okay, so I have to bounce off of that one, right? To get up to the top there, and then wait, I guess. Also, it has co-op. We're getting playable dryads, myconids, gnomes, and gremlins soon. I don't know what that second thing is. Mushroom people? Oh, okay. Mushroom people seems cool. Oh boy, oh boy. We've already got succubi, goatmen, robots, vampires, bug people, etc. Huh. That one is just so hard to time in between the two bullet bills. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people really like Barony, you know? I've heard good things about it. It's just... I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for anything, really. That one is so difficult to time. I thought I dropped fast enough there, but I just didn't. I just didn't. Oh, right, I need to be moving. I need to be moving there. Schmoving and grooving. I'm too eager to drop down there. You know, chat, after the the last stream we did where we ended with Cowboy Frog game, right? I was thinking about like just the variety of things that I have played and plan to play on stream. And it made me realize that like there's a lot of stuff in the last year that I have played on stream that I never would have played without you know, stream being here. Like there is absolutely zero chance in my life that I would have played Inscription if I wasn't streaming it. Zero shot. I would have just said to myself, "Oh, it's a card game? Yeah, no, thank you," and then moved on. But because it was a requested game and someone was kind enough to gift it to me, I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And it was fantastic. That was one of my favorite streams last year. That feels weird to say. It's been 2026 for like a few days now, and it just feels weird. Why am I never prepared for that? Why am I never mentally, like... Why is my brain not queued up for those 2 bullet bills? Nope, not a spin jump. Regular jump, please and thank you. But yeah, I was thinking about all the things I would be playing if I wasn't streaming, right? And I came to the realization that basically all of them are RPGs. Right? I had plans before I started streaming to start playing all of the Dragon Quest games. That was my next that was the next series on my list of games. And I was also planning on going back and playing all the Final Fantasy games that I hadn't played. And I was also planning on playing all of the Atelier games that are on Steam, right? And I realized to myself, wait a minute. That's 3 long ongoing Japanese RPGs. Was that really all I was going to play? Was just a bunch of JRPGs? Was that what I was going to focus my entire energy on? But thanks to stream, we have been playing a bunch of different stuff. Okay, I'm getting sick of this segment. We're gonna finish this segment right here now, or we're gonna miss the jump again. Okay, the timing for that seems to be just go for it. It seems to be. Why did I do that like that? I'm dumb. Don't do that like that. Windows, why the fuck did you just pop up with some sort of nonsense? Let's finish setting up. No, I'm not gonna sign up for your stupid Microsoft account. Get off my screen, Windows. I hate those Windows pop-ups so much. Y'all see the stuff that Windows did? That Microsoft did with Office? They decided to rename and rebrand Microsoft Office, you know, one of the most successful things of all time, into its other program, Copilot, which was like its AI thing, right? Baffling decision. Almost as bad as like Microsoft's decision way back in the day to call the Xbox One the Xbox One. That company, you would think the billions and billions and billions of dollars that they make would let them hire a good marketer, but I guess not. I don't understand why so many brands recently are so obsessed with killing off their recognizable branding. Like, isn't marketing 101 just like, hey, this thing is a known product, don't mess with it? Or is it just that these like CEOs are the ones making decisions about this sort of thing and they don't have a clue what they're doing, right? Because I could see that. Obviously, the Twitter thing was just stupid CEO doesn't know how to marketing. But is that what all of these have been? All of these Microsoft's offices, all of these metas, have they all just been dumb CEO, has too much money, doesn't need to think anymore? Microsoft let Halo fail continuously, they don't do good decisions. It's true, they don't. Microsoft also had a chokehold, an absolute chokehold on the gaming market in America and Europe, right? A chokehold. And then what did they decide to do? Fuck it up. Why did they decide to fuck it up? It's hard to think, guys. Fucking, what the fuck? Anyway, I find that endlessly funny because I'm not an old person, but when I am an old person, and I boot up my computer, I'm like, where the heck is my Discords? And I can't find it because Discord changed their logo and their name, right? And I'm like, oh no. Right? When that's the inevitable future for me, it's gonna be sad. But at the moment, it's very funny watching these these companies like Meta fail miserably because of their stupid rebranding. Here's a question for y'all. How many people do you know that still use Facebook that call it Facebook? What about Twitter? Everyone I know still calls them Facebook and Twitter, because of course they do. You hit the thing properly, thank you. Fuck me. I have to let go of the the button there a little faster. Ah! That is so much more difficult than it looks. It's annoying. That looks like it would be the easiest part of this level, and I haven't managed to do it once. Okay, maybe not the easiest part of this level. It just looks like the easier part of this section, you know? Has any other company made some notable, like, really bad marketing decisions recently? Right, there hasn't been, like, a huge fuck-up from, like, a Nintendo or anything, right? Calling the Switch 2 the Switch 2 was a very good decision. Dude, I have to stop hesitating and just go there. You know, there was one rebranding recently of a game that I can think of that actually managed to stick the landing, but that's because it's made a distinct separation between... Okay, so where the hell? Oh my lord! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, you bitch! Mentally, I am here. Fuck you. You don't get to mentally be anywhere. You're the one who made the hack, you bitch. Ah! That's so mean. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a game series recently. I guess it wasn't that recent. It was within the last few years, like 6 years or so or whatever, right? That in the West, at the very least, decided to change its name, and that's the Yakuza series, right? The Yakuza series is now Like a Dragon, which is just the name it always was in Japan. Except they make it very clear that they changed the name because of the change of gameplay and change of main character, right? And they still use the other name for like the spin-offs that have the same gameplay as before. And I think that's the reason why Yakuza changing to Like a Dragon actually worked. This Toadette here telling me to look out is... That's such a nice touch, because it's telling you, hey, there's a troll up ahead, but then you have to figure out what the troll is. I thought, oh cool, I avoided a Kaizo block, or something like that, and then it did that stupid shit with the fake blocks. I curse you to hell. Speaking of which, the Yakuza games are also, it's one of those series I decided a while back to go through. And I'm almost at the one I wanted to be at now. So when Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, right? The one that changed the name, came out, I decided to myself, yeah, I wanna play through all of the Yakuza games. I had already played through Yakuza 1 and 2 on the PS2, so it was just kind of a no-brainer decision. But I've been taking a long-ass time to get through them. Because that game came out like 4 years ago. Maybe 5 years ago. It was a while ago, right? And I only just got through Yakuza 5 last week. fun game, Yakuza 5, but it really could have done with fewer dance sections, fewer rhythm games, you know? The baseball minigame was pretty great in that game, though. Also, the first Yakuza game where the finale wasn't really, like, the highlight for me. Okay. I wasn't quite sure what it was asking for me to do there, but now I know. On the second one, I'm gonna do a full bounce and have to do, like, a bit of a U-turn in the air there with the key. That's fine. But yeah, usually the Yakuza games, the finale is like just the right amount of over-the-top nonsense. But Yakuza 5 kind of didn't stick the landing for me. The whole rest of the game is great, and the new character it introduced is a favorite of mine now. Absolutely one of the best characters in the series. And I loved all the stuff with Milky-chan. Shit's so stupid, it's great. Hearing a Japanese man say Milky-chan. And it's just wonderful. But I'm two games away from getting to play the one I really wanted to play, Yakuza 7. All I have left is 6 and 0. Although I think the order goes 0, then 6, then 7, so... Zero is also the one that everyone loves. Everyone just loves the hell out of Yakuza 0. To the point where some crazy people tell people to just play 0 and skip the other ones. Or start with 0. Oh, I just missed it. Do you see how close that is to touching? I could never tell people to play Yakuza 0 first, though, because it genuinely ruins the tension of the first 2 games. And hell, it kind of even ruins the tension of the 5th game. Some of those plot elements are things that you would be spoiled on if you played Yakuza 0 first. Hell yes. Oh my lord, really? This has chosen some very strange songs for its ending themes. Really gonna hit me with a Shrek there, you know? Oh wait. I need to go back. I need to exit. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like that. But I need to reset the timer and look at the level name. Stop running. Oh boy. I can't wait. Stop running. It looked like... So, in case you can't tell, I don't have my fingers on the controller right now. Mario is just running on his own. I'm sorry, Sonic. It's Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog is just running on his own. Which leads me to believe... Wait, what the fuck? Wait, can I... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. I can turn him around in the air? Huh. So I can't... I seemingly can't stop him on the ground. Yeah, I can't. I can make him slow down. But if I do it in the air, he turns around. That's nice. That's a lot more leeway than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be one of those levels where you're just timing the jumps. You know? Mario Maker has a lot of those levels where it's just like hold the run button. I don't hate those levels, but... Oh, fuck. I already hate this. Never mind. I already hate this. You're gonna chuck gate me here. I hate chuck gates more than anything. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What the fuck? What the fuck? This slow-mo? There's 2 gimmicks to this level? What the hell? That's really cool, but also, like, what the hell? Oh no, oh no, why would you do that to me? Alright, I can't press left until I'm on the platform. Dude. I mean, this jump would be near impossible without the slow-mo. But, fuck. Even with the slow-mo, this is gonna be annoying. Well, we found the segment of the level that's gonna take a while. Those first 2 or 3 segments or whatever, you know, they were fine. This is gonna it's gonna let me waffle. It's gonna let me waffle for like a very long time as this slow-mo is happening. Oh my gosh, there was a thought I had earlier that is... Okay, so earlier I was talking about Fire Emblem and how I don't personally dislike Violet's female design, right? In fact, I like it. But there was also a thought in my mind that was just like, female Violet's design is like whatever. But it's another character from Three Houses is really the one where my brain goes, yes, this is the character. I like this character. I don't care if this character is a terrible person or like commits war crimes or whatever, but that character, yes. And that character is the character I was really... So when Fire Emblem Three Houses came out, everybody that knew Sakurai, the Smash Bros. Director, knew that a Fire Emblem Three Houses character was getting into freaking Smash, right? There was no doubt in our minds. I personally wasn't upset that there was a Fire Emblem Three Houses character in what the fuck? Am I going? I have to go over. Wasn't upset that there was a Fire Emblem Three Houses character in Smash, I was upset by which character they chose to put in Smash. Because I personally think that one of the 3 houses, like, leaders that should have been the characters, and I personally think Edelgard, the lady in red, should have been the character, because her design is, like, way more interesting than Violet's. How am I supposed to do this jump? Genuinely, I have no clue. What am I supposed to do here? Do I jump here like this and then... Oh, I do. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh. I don't know if there's been another hack that's had this much of a violent reaction from me. Because this shit is disgusting. This hack is filled with things that are just gross. I'm not gonna make that. Yeah, it needs to be closer than that. Anyway, if I do end up playing 3 houses on stream in the future, just a forewarning to anyone that will be watching that, 100% I will be siding with the red lady. I do not care if she commits war crimes. Her visual design is just so nice. Okay, well, I made that jump there, so maybe I don't need to do the whole loopy thing there. That also just felt like a fluke. And for the record, I don't know if the red lady, if Edelgard in 3 houses does commit war crimes. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But again, I don't care. The other 2 character designs just they don't jive with me. Blondie and the other guy, not for me. Not for me. Dude. The slow-mo is messing up my timing for a regrab here. Too slow. Too slow. Dude, that's really... Is that what I need to be doing? I don't know how I made that jump to the top that one time. Because, like, obviously that's what I should be doing if I can, but how? Like that, apparently. Oh, no. No. Cape stuff. Why is there gotta be cape stuff? Remember how easy it used to... What? Why could I not go through that time? Remember how easy it used to be? What does that say? Easy it used to be to let the days melt away? No, I don't know how easy it used to be. I don't remember how easy it used to be to let the days melt away. I am not the type of person who who's ever done that in my entire life. I was a stressed out baby. I'm a stressed out adult. Ah. Why could I just go through the bullet bill that one time? I'm so confused. The first time I went through the segment, I just went through this bullet bill up here. Was it a matter of the timing with the cape? Or can you whatever, I'm not gonna bother risking it. It's not difficult to just go under it. You have to start going left much sooner than I thought there. Fuck me, I was holding left instead of immediately pressing right there. Swapping between slow-mo and non-slow-mo really messes with your timing. Ah! Just a heads up, chat. If these extra levels, so this has 8 exits and then 3 extra exits, basically, right? We're currently on the 8th of the quote-unquote normal levels, right? The levels that just expect you to go through to get to the ending. Oh, fuck off. If the extra levels are not fun, we're not going to do them. Most of these levels have been fun, with some frustrating moments, like the level we ended last stream on and started this stream on. Right? The incident? I wouldn't call it an incident, but yes. Oh, what the? Whoa, what the hell am I doing here? Also, was there writing on that ceiling? L or R disables slow. Wait, what? Oh. I could purposely disable the slow? Am I supposed to throw this here? I don't know if I was supposed to throw that there. I can purposely hold L here. Yeah, okay. To get rid of the slow. Can I just make this jump? No, there's no way I could just make this jump. Oh boy. So I thought that shell was maybe an indicator for where I'm supposed to, or the coin was maybe an indicator for where I'm supposed to throw the shell, but I'm not quite sure about that. Way too low. Yeah. I think that's too low as well, yeah. Too high. Again, a little too high. This is some fuckery. Oh, motherfucker. Way too early. Way too early. Why is this so difficult? I think I understand why they let you disable slow here. Maybe you could disable slow the entire level, right? But it's because this is just agonizing. Too slow, or too low. I released it too early. That time was about right, I just didn't trust it. Didn't have enough speed there. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know how I'm supposed to get a feel for this. This is so alien. This is so... No! I bounced, but I bounced too high. Oh, damn it, that was almost it. If I could just do that, but just slightly better, you know? Damn you. Up way too early. Too early again. We might be stuck here for a while. We might be stuck here for a long while. This is... Oh boy. No! I'm not sure if I could have just stayed... So I can't be adjusting to the left like I typically would with a shell jump. I just have to just get it right. Because adjusting to the left gives me like no momentum to move to the right if I do end up landing on the shell. Which means I just need to feel it out. Oh fuck, no, okay, I have to do a short bounce. And then just keep going? I can't adjust at all. Yippee! So, general rule of thumb with shell jumps is that if it's underneath you, you threw it too early. If it's above you or directly in front of you, like it hit you, right? Threw it too late. I'm clearly just throwing it a little too early, but sounds like that is way too early. This is just so whack. It's whack. There's a lot to like about this hack, but maybe equally as much to like despise. This has been a very emotional hack for me. Both the highs and the lows. Dude. I cannot get a feel for this. That was almost it. That was too late. That was way too late. A little too early. Just right. But I didn't get the right bounce height. Ah! Too early. If nothing else, my timing for this is going to be well tuned. Hopefully. Also, this is a much nicer song than some of the other levels, right? Like, that's way too early. So I'm not gonna have the music to blame for going insane. Didn't grab that shell there. Also, what the fuck am I supposed to do there? What the hell is that? Okay. I'm way too high. Okay. I feel like I really definitely need something, some sort of conversation to have right now to distract me from how repetitive this segment is, but I can't think of anything. It's only been a few minutes of this, but it feels like I have been sitting here for a half hour. Maybe thanks in part to the slow-mo. I was holding the wrong fucking button. I mean, I was holding the button that stops me from slowing down, which... But I can let go of that after I hit the first shell jump here. Right? In fact, I should, so that I have more time to think about what's happening. I have to do a shell jump off the left wall there. Ah! Having to press L or R here, by the way, to stop the slow-mo is really not as helpful as it may seem, right? It's cool that I can press a button so that I don't have to mess with the mechanic that is screwing with my timing. But for me personally, the L and R buttons aren't in places that I can just hold down very easily without obstructing my other button presses, you know? I kind of just have to live with it. No, fucking like that. I'm holding the L button there with my index finger. So I feel like, oh, I don't need to press the X button. I'm already holding a button that'll make me grab the shell, but it won't because I'm not pressing the Y button or the X button. I'm pressing... Too late. Fuck me, too late. Ah! That's gonna blow ass. I'm not very good at those without the whole slow-mo can't move left gimmick. With this gimmick, oh... Please be it. Please be it. Please be it. No! No! That was so close. This is adding years to my life. I let go of the wrong fucking button. Or I let go of it too early. This is adding years to my life is what I said. I meant to say taking years from my life. What? Why did you not throw the shell when I let go of the button, you bastard? No, too close to the fucking wall. Really? You missed the Koopa, the fucking bat? See that? While I'm in the turnaround animation, right, I'm letting go of the X button like I normally would to throw the shell, but I'm pressing the X button again like I normally would to get my movement speed back, because that's what I usually do. What I usually do for a shell jump is I let go of the A or the B button and the run button at the same time, right? Let go of the button too early, you're too late. Nope, see, fucking, Oh, wait, too late for that. The slow-mo is fucking with me, but I don't want to... Maybe I'll just hold L. Maybe I would just hold L from here on out. I don't... Did I tap left? I don't remember tapping left there. Right. I have to press all three buttons there. All three buttons. Press all three buttons. You stupid. You dum-dum. How long have we been going? 2 hours. Okay, so it doesn't feel like we've been going for 2 hours, which must mean that I'm enjoying myself for the most part. But this part can kick rocks. Okay, this part can kick rocks. I don't like it. I wasn't holding the button. I wasn't holding the button. In fact, I'd say of all the gimmicks that this hack has had so far, this is far and away the worst one. If it was just a level where Sonic was auto running and you could only really adjust his movement in the air, that would be one thing. But this slow-mo gimmick on top of it is really killing me. No, fucking let go of the button. Quit pressing the button and holding it. You have to let go of the button to throw the shell, you dumb bastard. Hello, soul. Hope you had a wonderful day today. I'm having such a great time right now. Okay, okay, please, please, please get the air that you need. Yes. What in the fuck is it asking me to do here? It was a fantastic day. Your date went well. Oh, you had a date. Wow. How fancy. What did you do on your date? Oh, fuck. Am I supposed to shell jump? No, please don't. Please don't let me shell jump. Please don't let me shell jump with Yoshi. I don't know how to shell jump with Yoshi. Okay, so apparently that's how you shell jump with Yoshi, but how the hell do I get the height for that? You got ice cream. Mmm. Ice cream sounds nice. Nope, wrong button. Supposed to press this button again, not that button. Oh, I can shell jump off the left instead. Oh, wrong button again. Why do I keep thinking L is to get off? Are you slowing the game down yourself, or is that a level gimmick? So this level's gimmick is that occasionally it slows down. And for the last half of the level, I have had the ability to hold L or R, as you can see on this lockdown here. I've had the ability to hold L or R to disable the slowdown, but disabling the slowdown doesn't really seem that good. Okay, I'm way too far away. Right? It mostly feels like it's just a way for me to not waste all of this time waiting for myself to die. You know? Okay, so I can definitely just immediately throw it, spit it out to the left, but I just need more space. Okay, is this enough height? No, it's not. Just like more Elden Ring later, or nah? Yeah, we'll do more. We'll do some Elden Ring after stream. I don't know how much, but we'll do more Elden Ring after stream for sure. Well, fuck me. Fuck me, fuck me. You didn't grab the thing, you bastard. Why do you die if Yoshi touches the death blocks? Because that's how it works in Kaizo. Death blocks are death, okay? Period. Most of the time, even if you have a power up, death blocks are death. Okay? That's just how it works here. No, fuck you. I think it takes too long for him to turn around. I'm sorry, for her, Yoshi's a lady, to turn around. Right, Yoshi's a lady? I feel like Yoshi's a lady. Okay, I definitely need to be holding the jump button. Oh, wrong button. Press the fucking spit key again, you bastard. Way too late. It's the right height, but not quite the right distance. You know, when we finished that last section, I thought to myself, cool, it didn't take quite as long to get through it as I was scared of. Little did I realize. No, wait, do I just go... what am I supposed to do here? I can't get on to Yoshi. I guess I probably... I probably throw the key up, land back on Yoshi, bounce on the ghost, eat the key, bounce on the second ghost, and move forward. But when I finished that last section that was giving us trouble, I was like, oh, cool. That didn't take as long as I feared. Hopefully the rest of the level will just be, you know, 1 or 2 more segments. Pressing the wrong keys again. Solar fan redeemed water the plant. I'm drinking out of a Pikachu Christmas mug today. I bought this as a Christmas gift for someone many years ago, and somehow I ended up with it. For thousands of years you lay dormant. Also, how I agree with you. Burn anybody that calls Mega Man Rockman. You fucking weebs. You fucking weebs. You dirty, disgusting weebs. His name is Mega Man, and that's a cooler name than Rockman. I don't care if it's a series filled with a bunch of musical references. I do not care. Mega Man is his name. I am not a filthy weeb. Rockman makes him sound stupid. You know? Like he shoots rocks, or he's made of rocks. But he's not. There's a bunch of nerds that if Mega Man came out in the year 2026, right, there would be so many nerds that would just be like, I can't play this fucking game. They named him Mega Man when his Japanese name is Rockman. They fucking butchered it. Ugh. Right? I hate those people so much. Sometimes you localize things because you want the product to sell. Fucking, why can I not just grab you now? You bastards. Ah! I have to just not press the L button here. Just ignore the L button. Fucking ads mid-rant. Maybe... don't get ads next time. I don't know what to tell you. That's not enough height. I mean, it's enough height, it's just not enough space. I don't really...
Oh, brother, this
Solaire
guy
fame
stinks!
gifted a sub to Zeal. Now, why would you do that? Zeal complaining about ads is one of my favorite things. Okay. I'm going to try to just do it off the right side. Am I controlling when the slowdown happens? No. I can control the stopping of the slowdown. I can hold the L button to stop the slowdown from happening. But I'm not controlling when it happens. Oh, I forgot to hold the A button. That's what's difficult about this level. Is that it is like hard to deal with the automatic slow-mo. No fucking... Yoshi, why you have such a long turnaround animation? I hate you. I hate you so much I can't even wish you a Merry Christmas. Because it's no longer Christmas time. This bastard. And the issue here is that I can't adjust Yoshi, I can't adjust mid-air because Yoshi has the turnaround animation, right? What I would usually be doing here that would make it so much easier is adjusting my movement in mid-air so that I'm at the proper spacing to spit the shell. But because of the fact that Yoshi has such a stupid long turnaround animation, I can't even do that. I just have to nail this right here like this. This level is getting on my nerves, if you can't tell. Right, like... Good luck. Thank you. I clearly need it because I'm going insane. But look, Yoshi has this turnaround animation. I'm just going to show it off here, right? It lasts forever. I just don't know how to... Nope, I'm pressing the wrong button to eat the shell there. I don't know why my brain is treating me like... treating this like it's Mario Maker and... or some other Mario game where L or R would eat the shell. Oh fuck, I threw that way too early. Is that enough? No, it's not enough height. Simply don't turn around with Yoshi. Yeah, that's the difficult part. You have to space it properly. Solar fan, redeem water the plant again. Y'all waste so many points just making sure I drink water. I mean, I don't mind. Okay, this is the right... Nope, never mind. Brother, how redeemed... Show a cat picture of Mr. Streamer Man. See, that's what you should be spending your points on. Let's see, let's bring up a cat image today. What image do we want? Ah, yes. I will show this image. I feel like I might have shown this image way back long ago. But here, this is one of those little unfortunate didn't happen things. Also, I see that Fing also redeemed show cat pictures, so we get 2 cat pictures today. This is a little cat by the name of Cheese Puff. Cheese Puff is a cat that my sister found outside of her apartment, crying and screaming in the rain. Okay? We brought Cheese Puff into my apartment for about 2 or 3 days before we took it to a cat clinic to get it checked out and then to see if someone wanted to adopt it. And luckily, my mother knew someone at the cat clinic who worked there, right, who wanted an orange cat. And there we go. My mother's friends got little Cheese Puff. But this is Cheese Puff on the first night behind the in the bathroom behind the washer and dryer. That's where Cheese Puff decided was nice and comfortable and safe to lie down. And since this is a 2-parter, let's go ahead and show a picture of Cheese Puff's face. This is what little Cheese Puff looked like when he decided to come out of his shell and actually let us pet him and whatnot. For the 48 hours that I had him, Cheese Puff was a wonderful cat. If I could have kept him, I would have kept him. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep him. I couldn't have a cat at the time. But he was just a wonderful little guy. My sister wanted to name him Cheeto, but I was like, you can't name him after like a name brand product, okay? You gotta off-brand, generic branded, okay? That's why it's Cheese Puff. What did Jet think of him? I didn't have Jet at the time. This was before I got Jet. This was about, I don't know, 8 months to a year before I got Jet. Jet would have hated him though. Jet would have despised him because Jet does not like cats. Jet and Samus get along now, but that took a long time. But yes, my sister, who named our dog, our childhood dog, Chanel, right, is kind of obsessed with that sort of thing. You were only half listening and just looking at the cat. You know, that's understandable. Is this enough fight? No, just barely. I don't like this. I think what I need to do is learn to time it to, like, grab this, immediately turn around, shoot it, but fuck. Ignoring Gus' picture. Listen. I appreciate that people are sending me photos to show on stream, but that time is over. Wait, what the fuck? Why did you not? Oh, it's the wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong button to get off this fucking Yoshi. Ah. The time of me showing other people's cats and dogs, random other people's cats and dogs on stream, has passed. That was a Christmas special, okay? He's such a good boy and he's so cute. Well, good. You can go share this photo in the Discord if you want. But I have an obligation. Okay, I don't know how that still worked. I have an obligation to have certain priorities here on stream, okay? Also, this might break some people's hearts. I'm not a dog person. I don't hate dogs, but like, they're just not... Fuck. 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 And then would you abandon the Yoshi there to get the key in the thing? I hate this. I hate this so much. This hack has been, again, filled with some great stuff and some terrible stuff. And this is a gimmick I am not a fan of. Yeah, I just gotta deal with the... Throw it up! Throw it up, you bastard. Eat it! No! This is so difficult. This isn't terrible, you just need more skill. I will give $10 to anybody in chat that has been talking shit that I know doesn't play Kaizo. Why did you do that, you bastard? What? I pressed the wrong fucking jump button. That I know that doesn't play Kaizo has been talking shit, telling me I need more skill to do one of these levels. I could do this in my sleep upside down with a Nintendo SNES ring wheel. Yeah. And yet you couldn't just type steering wheel properly. Fucking... Okay, well. The turnaround animation is just killing me every time. We're here to watch you play, not for us to play. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. None of y'all have any understanding of just how difficult some of these things can be. Shit looks easy, but it ain't easy. No, why do I fucking keep doing that? Ah! That would have been it. That would have been it right there if I just pressed the right jump button. I don't know why I pressed... No, I mean, no, I do know why. I pressed the spin jump button there because that's what I needed to do a moment ago to get off of Yoshi. And that's what my finger was hovering on. Fuck. Bob, check Peeve General. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not checking the general chat of a Discord that's not my own. Middle of stream. Unless it's like, someone be like, Bob, check Peeve General. Peeve is talking about how amazing you are and how he wants to play Kaizo and he needs your help. Okay? And he'll give you $1 million. There also needs to be $1 million involved. How did that still shell jump there? That's crazy. No, the delay. $1 million? Yes, $1 million. What do you mean? Don't act like $1 million is not like the default that people go to when they're talking about a lot of money. $1 million, please. That wouldn't even set me for life, okay? Okay, it might set me in particular for life, but... Okay. Throw that up. Yoshi, you bastard. You'll get on it? Fing, you don't have $1 million. And don't act like you do. You'll give me $7? Is that close enough? No, I don't want your $7. Get out of here. Shit. When you get to retirement, you will have about that in your 401k. Okay, but you're not at retirement yet. And that is incredibly different than having $1 million. Please eat it. Thank you. Okay. No, oh my lord. No, no. Fuck. No! Why did you keep going left? I didn't press the left button, you bastard. No! No! You gave me a Twitch sub already? Yeah, that's not $7 on my end, Soul. That's half of that, okay? Okay? When you give Twitch $7, they don't give me $7. They give me half of that. And here's the thing that some people don't know. They gave me half of that only at the end of the month and only if I reached a certain amount of money. Okay, you have to reach a certain threshold to actually get paid. So, actually, you didn't give me $7. I don't want your $7. And, I don't even know if I'm getting that $7 this month. That not $7. What? Why did you? Oh, I threw it way too early. Sounds like you gotta step up your game. Is that threshold still $100? I think it's $50. No, I think I think the threshold for a Twitch payout is $50 in a month. $50 or more in 1 month period. So let's say you made $49 in a month. You need to make $1 more. Why do I keep throwing that so early? You'd need to make $1 more in order to to get that the next month. Dance harder if you want more money. Okay. Am I too good for your money? Yes, Saul, I'm too good for your money. I'll take Cube's money though. If Cube wants me to dance for his money, I'll take his money. No. Am I too good for your money? Fing, we've had this discussion before, okay? No one is allowed to get me 2 gifts, okay? 2 gifts at any time. Mr. Fing Fang has already sent me a gift that's on his way. So he has an upper limit. He can't send me anything until that one is here. You helped me in Elden Ring and played Deadlock with me, and this is how I repay you. Soul, I saw you playing Elden Ring PvP at 5 in the morning, at 6 in the morning, okay? Shit. Press the wrong button again. Has that shipped yet? No, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Fing, for a month to go out. People are saying that once a month goes by and your order from Ami isn't gone through, that's when you should be concerned. But currently it takes about a month for a lot of their stuff to go through. See, Pop, the problem is you still view your viewers like Soul as people. You gotta treat them as numbers. No thank you. I mean, that's what most people do, but no thank you. Actually, I wouldn't, I don't even know if I would say that's what most people do. That is what people do. Plenty of successful people too, but like, I don't know, man. I average fewer than 10 viewers. If I treated those 10 people... Fuck. Why the turnaround animation, you bastard? If I viewed those 10 people as numbers, I don't think it would get me anywhere. Fuck you. Fuck you, you bastard. I hate your guts. Whenever you blow up, we'll all become statistics and nothing more. Wow. I knew this day would come. Please. Okay, cool. Don't hit the thing. I am begging you to stop running. Yeah, I'm begging you to stop running too. Oh my lord, okay. God bless you. Please don't troll me. Please don't troll me. No! Wait. I'm okay with this gimmick. Oh, fuck. I'm not okay with this gimmick. Never mind. Boy. Fuck me. The slow-mo stuff is just too much. Just wait. When you start streaming, you'll become famous and forget people like Cube ever existed. You know you have to actually stream to get famous for streaming. This is a wild thing. Some people don't... Lots of people don't realize. But you actually have to... In order to go viral... You actually have to... And I know it's a wild statement. Put out content. Okay, so this just has every gimmick from this hack all at once. That's what's going on here. Which I can appreciate. I can appreciate when a hack just goes, yeah, I'm gonna throw everything at you. Right, I need to not hold right there. That's what I need to do. Once I bounce off of that thing, I gotta let the momentum take me. How much of this is slow-mo? Wait, am I... How much of this can just happen in slow-mo? No! Please be enough. Okay. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening here? Oh, no, I know, I see what I need to do. Okay, I needed to... I just noticed at the very edge over here was like a glass wall. What I needed to do was go down here, hit this to change my jump, bounce off of this, and then hit this and slide through the glass. No! This gimmick is cool, but kind of annoying. Yep. I think of all of these levels, so like basically all of these levels have some sort of gimmick, right? I think of all of these levels, the cloud gimmick, the thing we see above me, with the speed boosts, right? And the shell gimmick that we see here in this block, where the shells are coming out of the block, and then they get held in place by those circles down there. I think those are the coolest gimmicks. I think everything else varied wildly between having cool segments and just being incredibly, incredibly annoying. No, that didn't count as a fucking bounce. The one gimmick where you were bouncing up and down between two separate spinies was also pretty cool. Even if the trolls were like incredibly annoying. Fuck. Right, can't press the left. Can't press movement keys while doing that. And, I'm going to press... If I'm going to press the speed up button, right, I need to be a little more certain of it. Like here, I can press it here to save time. And here to save a little bit of time. Okay, so what I need to do is very simple. Don't know how easy it is, but it's simple. Okay. Okay, drop down here. Have to grab this. No. That's gonna be so rough. That's cool, but that's gonna be rough. You know, I think the next hack we do is I'm gonna make sure it doesn't have any gimmicks in it. Okay? Gonna make sure I missed that block. Gonna make sure that there are no gimmicks. Or no serious gimmicks all throughout. Because, oh boy. It's very cool to watch. You don't want to play this even a little bit, but it looks rad. I mean, it does, right? Ah. I kind of just wish this slow-mo stuff wasn't a part of it. You know? But I really... I'm really gonna like take advantage of the fact that the slow-mo is here, right? For this segment, it seems like a no-brainer that you would use the slow-mo to your advantage. Fuck. No, I pressed the fucking key too early. What is the hack rated in terms of difficulty? I believe this is rated advanced. Right? So out of a... I'm holding the right button there. I really need to bring up like have like a graphic ready for this, right? But Mario hacks now are all rated and through 7 or 8 categories, from beginner to grandmaster, and advanced is somewhere like advanced is like the 4th difficulty level or 5th difficulty level, something like that. Hardest difficulties are expert, master, and grandmaster. If you want to see a grandmaster hack, I highly recommend going and watching anyone play Super Dram World 3. Because that shit is absurd. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna drop down here. No, I just missed it. I thought I had the timing and spacing correct. explain this in MS Paint for a YouTube short like a 100% normal streamer? I mean, do you want me to explain the difficulties? I can. I'd need to bring up like the chart again because I don't remember exactly how the. Okay, here, we'll pause the timer for a moment. Okay, we'll pause the timer for a moment. There we go. I'll bring up SMW Central real quick. And you know what? Let's search for this. What is this shirt shot? Why the hell is this website in white? What is going on? This website's supposed to be in blue. Why is it white? This is disgusting. Okay, yes, there we go. Let's see. Do I have MS Paint? Paint. There we go. We got Paint. We have it unlocked. Open up that. Swap over to where is my thing? Screen display? Is that what we're looking for? Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit here. I haven't used Paint in like years and years and years. Okay. Let's say this line, right, has all of the difficulties on it. How many difficulties are there again? Let me check. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. 7 difficulties, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There's a reason these gaps aren't even, right? It has newcomer, which is, you know, is there a text newcomer? Yeah. Put some newcomer, which is just, wow, that looks beautiful. That looks wonderful. Newcomer is, you know, it's baby mode. Even like basic ass Mario levels can be more difficult than newcomer, but it's for new people that don't know what they're doing. Newcomer mostly only applies, in fact, no, newcomer only applies for non-Kaizo hacks, right? Hi Lorelai. You're both EP and tired. Well, I hope this really helps, you know, get you not tired. Okay. Actually, we should move this. Can we move this? No. Does Control Z work on Paint? No, it doesn't. Okay. Paint is ass, bro. Why do people use this program for anything? Okay, we're just gonna erase this. We're gonna put them up here. Newcomer, right? Newcomers for babies. Okay, after that we have casual, which is for, you know, still for babies. If you like casual games, that's totally fine. Okay, after that, there's a bit of a jump in difficulty, and then you have intermediate, which is the first category that a Kaizo hack can be categorized as. Okay. Intermediate now is kind of like what beginner Kaizo used to be. Because hacks used to only just be beginner, what do they call it? Beginner, intermediate, expert? Something like that, right? And then they would just be categorized for non-Kaizo or Kaizo between those two categories. But now they use 7 categories for the entire thing. Okay, after intermediate becomes advanced, 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 right? Advanced is like it's slightly harder than you know, the first baby Kaizo hack you're gonna play. It has some things that it really expects you to do and expects you to do them well. Advanced is when it starts to get actually difficult, right? And then there's expert. Expert used to be the hardest of the hard. This looks shit, by the way. It purposely looks shit. I don't care if it looks shit. I can't tell what it looks like on stream because I don't have the stream preview up. You asked for this, and this is what you're gonna get. Okay? This hack that we're playing right now is somewhere in here, in between. That's Sonic, by the way. You can tell because he's got shoes and he's going fast. Speed lines, you know? This hack is what I would say is a little bit in between expert and advanced, right? It has some things in it that are just kind of... Honestly, it has some segments in it that are like very easy, intermediate level. But most of it is advanced. Some of it is even close to expert level. But after that, you have... After expert, which used to be the highest, you now have... Master, my wonderful handwriting with mouse, which is for crazy people, and then Grandmaster, which is for the crazy people that are somehow even better than the crazy people. There's the people who just live and breathe Kaizo. So we're here, in the middle. We're not that good, but we're not that bad either. This is where I reside in everything that I do. Just spot right here. I'm not that good at the things that I play or the things that I do. But I'm not that bad either. Currently, my goal is to be able to do just expert hacks, maybe sometime do some master hacks, but we'll get there. Better than your normal handwriting? That's unfortunate. Shouldn't GM be labeled as Dark Souls? Yeah, I should go back. Label it Dark Souls because Dark Souls is the hardest video game of all time, guys. Did you know that? I don't know if you know that. I beat Dark Souls twice. But yeah, I don't ever expect to, like... I don't know. Part of me watches people play this new Grandmaster hack that everyone's playing, Super Dram World, and goes, wow, that would be so cool to play. But then part of me watches some of the tricks it expects you to do, and I go, no, I'm good, thanks. You know? Okay, fall now. There we go. Okay. No, too far, too far. Ah! Remember when Noble proved he was the best Elden Ring gamer in the server? It's true. He definitively proved that he is the best Elden Ring PvE player that I know. What? Chat, I got ripped off there. You heard the jump noise. That's some bullshit. You know what's the hardest thing of all time? Taking care of yourself. How did Noble do that with a busted controller? He's a gamer, bro. Noble is a gamer. I saw him fight some of those bosses while fighting the the controller drift, and it kept getting worse. His control of his own character kept getting worse because the stick drift just kept getting worse, not better. Oh, but to go back to the thing I was saying earlier, I don't expect to ever like get good enough to like think to myself, yeah, Grandmaster, that's the thing I should be doing, right? But I do want to get good enough. Fuck you, game. I do want to get good enough to do Master level X consistently. But that's a long ways off. I'm not gonna try to rush there. There's a lot of things I need to do in order to be even close to doing stuff like that. For example, I will have to learn to do cape tricks at some point. As scary as that might be. Fuck you, game. You used to be the type of person where if you weren't doing everything at the highest level to the fullest extent of your will, you weren't doing enough. Yeah, that sounds like an easy way to want to kill yourself. Yeah. I have always been the type of person that picks things up quickly. Right? And therefore would get a lot of praise for, like, quote-unquote being good at it. But never got actually good at anything. Beyond just being better than average. Please. And thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. Ah, fuck you. Sonic, why do you have such a huge ass? Why settle for good when you can be exceptional? I mean, because most people don't know what exceptional is or what exceptional takes. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort to be exceptional at anything. No matter what it is. Like, an absurd amount of energy goes into being exceptional. You could simply say, like, oh, I want to be really good at skipping rocks. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Hope you're ready to dedicate the next 6 years of your life to learning to skip rocks properly. Because there are some insane people out there that are incredibly good at skipping rocks.
Oh.
Being the best makes everyone happy, alright. It's true, yeah. That's why I am deeply and grossly sad. How? Someone did a horny. You need to get rid of them. Someone's horny posting a chat. You'll never guess who. Can't believe Lorelai would do this. Yeah, Lorelai, Listen, if Hal doesn't show up by the time I die, you're getting shot by me personally, and trust me, you don't want that. Fuck. Okay. Let's see, Purge. Let's say 5 minutes. Goodbye, Solaire fan. Really though, Sonic does have a huge ass. He just can't quite fit in between those blocks. It's annoying. Fucking, why didn't you jump, you bastard? Did I fuck that up? Yeah, I fucked that up. Everyone knows Big the Cat is a Sonic character with a large ass. False. Actually, Dr. Robotnik. You know, it's a real shame I got someone real skinny like, what's his face? What's the actor's name that plays Eggman in the Sonic movies? Fucking Jim Carrey. It's real sad they got Jim Carrey to play Eggman instead of like someone with a huge, you know, rear like Eggman has. Really depends on which game for Robotnik. Fair. Okay, okay. Please, please. Look out, look out, look out. Oh, you son of a bitch. What is this? Give me a sec to process. Okay, there we go. Thank you. It's a fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm song? Bum 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 bum. Ugh. Okay. That... Oh, fuck me. That is the end of the normal hack, right? Everything else is extras. We've got levels named Anatomically Clocked. Sure not. Margot edit. And trans fights are human fights, okay. I kinda wanna just look at this level real quick. Okay, this level is fucking dope. We're not continuing this tonight. It's been 3 hours. I want to start Mega Man 1 tonight and do that for a little bit, but we're definitely playing at least this level because this looks dope, I can already tell. But let's look at the credits first. So look at all the lovely people that worked on this video game. A hack by Maddie and Margot. Oh, my goodness. Is this Banjo-Kazooie music? It sounds like Banjo-Kazooie music. Mega Man 1 spoilers? What do you mean Mega Man 1 spoilers? Bro, okay, I'm just... Cool. All these people worked on this, that's awesome. This... They thank Jesus in there? I think that said... Maybe that says... Josus? I don't know. But anybody that likes that song that just played, you have terrible taste in music, I'm sorry. That song... That was clown shoes... Awful. How can you like that? That sounds like it is making fun of me as I am listening to it. Anyway, we're gonna swap over to Mega Man now, and hopefully it will work because I tested it twice I tested it twice before this, and one time it worked, and one time it didn't work.